Welcome to another Unwinding with Fiber and Fabric. I have stepped outside on this beginning of the second week of Tour de Fleece to record this video. Those of you that have been following my channel know that I've been doing a bunch of little short videos. Oh, it's a little warm out here and it is very humid today, so I'm glistening as I record this video. But those of you that have followed my channel know that I've been doing some short videos showing you the process of carding and preparing the challenge fiber that I am doing for this Tour de Fleece. And I want to thank all of you that have made comments and that that watch my videos, whether they're short ones or they're the long ones. Regardless of whether you're spinners or quilters, thank you so much for watching my videos, and for those of you that leave comments, oh, I'm so grateful. They just delight me. And so here I am. Let's give you an update on Tour de Fleece. I'm just going to jump in. This is the Cormo crossed with BFL. The beautiful fleece that I showed in my last long video, and I have a short video where I was actually doing some of the spinning of it. It reads really black, but when it hits certain light, you can see there are some gray sections. So I look forward to, I've decided I'm going to two-ply this. Once I get one more bobbin, I'll start the plying. I have needles ready. This is definitely going to be a lightweight shawl. I think that it will end up reading really quite solid black, but there might be areas that there are a little glistening of the gray fiber that comes through. We will see as it knits up, as it also plies up. So look for more updates on this as Tour de Fleece continues. I'm not a fast knitter, so it'll be look for updates as the year continues as well. But I've decided to just go ahead and start plying once I get another bobbin, see how that turns out, the two skeins or so that will make, and then continue to spin this fiber as Tour de Fleece continues and after spinning my challenge fiber. So let's get on to the ice cream or gelato inspired fibers that I've been working on. All of them except for one have been, I've combined the fibers on the drum carder. The first one I'm going to show is the one that I did on the blending board. First of all, I will show a picture here of all of them together so that you can see how the arrangement of gelato inspired fibers look. I love the little containers. I like to give, when I give sample fibers for people to try, if I have friends that are wanting to try something that I have that they've never tried before, or beginning spinners, I like to use 2 ounces or 50 grams of fiber. I find that unlike bigger bats or bigger bundles of Rologs, that the 50 grams works really well. It's not enough, you know, we go with 100 grams oftentimes because that's a great sock yarn quantity. But the 50 gram works really well because you can spin it up, you can split it into 2 sections easily, you can spin it up, ply it, and have a little more instant gratification if you're wanting to sample a fiber or play around, like in this case, with some different colors. So all of these were done around the 50 gram mark. They're probably, some of them are probably closer to 60 grams, really depending on how much of the silk and other fibers that went into it. But let's go ahead and start with Southern Butter Pecan. The reason it's in 2 containers is because it was done on the blending board. I ran the wool through the drum carder in order to get a nice bat to work with on the blending board, and then I blended them and rolled them into little puni, little coils. And I do have a short video. If you go back, I put a playlist together of all the short videos. If the speed of it bothers you a little, consider, I know that YouTube allows you to slow the speed down. I know that it can sometimes be a problem, the high speed, but I needed to do this for the purpose of what I was making it for, so I apologize for anybody that, if they're taken by surprise by the speed. Speaking of speed though, when using the drum carder, and you watch the videos talking about the drum carder, and I think at the end of this video I'm going to include just a little bit of more slow motion blending of the fiber on the drum carder. When I use the drum carder, I actually use a very slow speed to bring the fiber onto the drum carder. When I have the brush action going, which you need to look at the different videos, when I use the brush on the top of the drum carder to smooth the fibers, I will go faster. But I just wanted to clarify for those of you that are watching, there are a lot of people who advise this, and I've learned this from personal experience. When using your drum carder, go slow. You'll have a better result. But so there is my caramel infused butter, southern butter pecan. Some of them have a little bit more of the silk in it. Some of them a little more blended in. But as I said, because I put this in the puni form, it took I can't compress it down quite as much as the other fibers were. Let's see if I can. There we go. Let's put it in the camera there so you can see it here. So let me show you very similar. This one is the caramel cookie crunch. This one was done all on the drum carder, and the 2 ounces fit in there quite well. And when it opens up, you'll see this is intended to be lightly blended. I wanted it to have the look that of caramel running through the ice cream as opposed to a solid color. It will be interesting to spin, but I do look forward. It turned out really well, and see, it's very lofty still. I'm finding that by compressing these down into the containers, they can get a little compressed, and I might have to fluff them open before I tear off strips or whatever to spin them. But it appears that the main reason that that it compresses is that some of my fiber still has a little bit of lanolin in it, and the fiber that has the little bit of lanolin, putting it in a bag this time so it won't take as long to shove it back in, the fiber that has a little bit more lanolin, like this next one I'll show you, this is the pistachio. Pacific Coast pistachio is what this one's called. This fiber has a little bit of lanolin in it, and so if you notice when I pull it out, it doesn't fluff up quite as much as the last one. The lanolin has it compressed a little, but simply by doing this motion, simply by doing that motion, let's go over here, we end up with a fluffy fiber. I will definitely post pictures here as I'm showing this, and I will post pictures on my Instagram and Facebook. I'll probably even try to go put in on Ravelry the whole collection, so you can see the color of the fiber under different lighting, because I know that outside lighting, inside lighting, all of it changes. The different camera I'm using changes the quality of the color. But I really love this color. I'm not sure it really reads pistachio ice cream, but it is a fabulous green. And as you can see, it will, I'll put this one back in here, it will go right back into the container, and looks fabulous. So I really do like this notion of having little samples of fiber. The next color I'm going to go with is Madagascan Vanilla Bean. And this one was funny because when I showed my kids the picture of the color, they're like, well, Mom, it just kind of looks like dirty fiber. Let's go over here. I think it's better light. So it'll be interesting to see how this one spins up, because other than the silk noil, the dyed silk noil, there is no other color added to this. It is just the natural wool color. So yes, it may end up, but you can see this one is very light and fluffy right out of the jar. So who knows what that's going to spin up like. I will just have so much fun. I will, of course, share an update as after I get all of them done. I may be showing some more short videos of me spinning. I'll certainly post pictures as they are spun on my Instagram account. So this one here is the black raspberry chocolate chip, and this one, all this one is the dyed wool with the silk noil. Again, in this case, it is the different shades of the raspberry that from the dyeing with the dark chocolatey bits. And it is one that I would definitely want to fluff up a bit before I would spin it. I ran this one only through the drum carder. This, as I said, different fibers. So the vanilla that I showed you, it was from a different sheep, different fleece. So that's some of the other, is that the texture is different. Same breed of sheep, both of them are the CVM, but that one was had some little more gray to it, and there's more lanolin still left in. Because as I've said in some of my other videos, I like to spin with a little bit of lanolin, and so that's why that one compresses like the pistachio. It compresses a little bit more than the vanilla did. But the final one, and this one is let's put it in front of, hold on, there we go, in front of the camera. This is the Alfonso Mango. My husband likes mango flavored ice cream and gelato and sorbet, and so this is one that is inspired by his flavor choices. And this one has alpaca that I have overdyed apricot. This has two different actually no, this has just, actually two different silk colors, and it also has silk noil. And so it is, pardon me as I wipe off some of the glisten, because it is a little on the humid side out here. But this one has just so many beautiful colors in it. The dyed wool, the silk, the alpaca. I do look forward to seeing how that one... Actually, I look forward to seeing how all of them spin up. And that's the fun thing, again, with the 2 ounces, is that they're faster spins. They, I'll see an end product much more quickly than I would do if I were doing 4 ounces. And then if I wanted to reproduce them, I could try to reproduce them, or I can take all of these guys and I can make a project with all of them together as the different knits. And so I've been kind of, thinking that this could be a really nice scarf. This could, I'm not sure. It can be just a lot of fun with the different colors. I think I was leaning towards the idea of maybe making granny squares and making us a collection of pillows. So we'll see, but right now the goal is to turn them into yarn and then decide what to do with them in the future. So I'm going to turn this over to, as I said, I'm going to move over to just a short, not high speed clip showing some of the process of carding these fibers. I'll probably use, I think it's probably going to be the footage I have of this one, which was the Caramel Cookie Crunch. I think it's one of the last ones that I did up, and it has lots of texture. And as I said, it was done on the drum carder, and it's lovely. You can blend fibers on the drum carder without difficulty. And the truth is as far as speed goes, it was actually faster than using the blending board. But I wanted to be able to show that the process can be done with fiber in either method. And of course I could have used hand carders. That would have taken me much longer, and it would have probably blended the fibers much more evenly. But as far as artistic bat goes, you can't get much happier than this, as having just different color and texture, and it should be fun to spin. Now, as a note, which I might cover, as I said, depending on how I spend the rest of Tour de Fleece, when spinning these with the silk noil, I will be sure to not pick those out. I will spin these, I am sure, with a long draw, and will do my very best to let the texture come through. Not get overly finicky with, if everything is nice and smooth, this is not going to be a worsted spun fiber. This is definitely something that when it's done, I want it lofty, I want it textured, a woolen fiber. So there you have it. I will let it go quickly onto the to a little bit of demonstration, and I'll come back to you at the end. Okay, so I hope that that little clip was informative in some way, or at least, maybe answered, for those of you that haven't been watching my short videos, maybe, answered the question as how I'm making this, the process I'm going through. I thank you for sticking around here to the end. I hope that you're enjoying Tour de Fleece and that you're taking time to unwind with fiber and fabric. If you are spinning up a storm, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you have no flat tires. In my case, I suspect a flat tire is coming because I think my band on my wheel is getting a little thin, but I'm going to spin until it breaks and then I'll replace it. I hope that you are staying injury-free as you tackle these challenges, and I hope that you're taking time to rest. For those of you that don't spin but have stuck around to the end of this more spinning focused video, thank you so much. I hope that you have found enjoyment and some pleasure in watching me talk about ice cream inspired fibers. Just as a side note, no, I am not getting any sponsoring from anybody. It's just another way to recycle containers, but it's also a way to make something a little bit different and a little bit fun. And it looks really lovely. So I wish you all the best. I look forward to coming to you with another video sometime soon. I'll probably continue to make a few of the short videos, but a long video of an update will probably come around in about a week. Until then, I hope that you are enjoying your time unwinding with fiber and fabric, and we will see you soon.